Imagine you're seeing constant static in your vision, like an old television or digital noise. That's visual snow syndrome. Hi, I'm Dr. John Michaelos, and I'm here to review with you today visual snow syndrome. Visual snow syndrome is not an eye issue, but instead it's a neurologic complication. It's something that's coming from our visual cortex, not from the eyes themselves. Patients frequently tell me that they see like an old television, all the static, and it's even present when their eyes are closed. The static is something that's constant, can be across the entire visual field, so everything that you're looking at looks snowy or like an old television screen, and even can be present when you have your eyes closed. Oftentimes patients feel anxious or depressed that this is happening to them, or come to be evaluated to make certain that everything is okay. Have you ever rubbed your eyes a little bit harder than you should have and see little stars when you close your eyes? Imagine that you see that everywhere, out of both eyes, even with your eyes closed. That's visual snow syndrome. Visual snow syndrome is not an ocular or eye event, but instead it's actually a brain or neurologic process. Patients with visual snow syndrome can also suffer from ringing in their ears or tinnitus, also feel like they have brain fog. There's even some migraine associations. Patients can also notice something called an entopic phenomenon. That's where you actually see your blood cells, the white blood cells, as they traverse the back of the eye. And you'll see like small little white comets just darting everywhere. Visual snow syndrome is usually a binocular event. In other words, you see that from both eyes, and even with your eyes closed. There are other medical conditions that can affect your vision in a similar fashion. And to separate them, visual snow syndrome is usually something that happens to both eyes. It can happen after having too much caffeine, being stressed, looking at your computer too long. Usually when you get some rest, take a break from the computer, the symptoms will go away. Seeing static or snow only in one eye is usually not in keeping with visual snow, so seeing a doctor in that setting would be appropriate. The vision changes in visual snow can also be very similar to other medical conditions like migraine. Patients with migraine can also see static in their vision. Sometimes that'll involve one eye, both eyes, and those patients can also see visual changes with their eyes closed. So visual snow is not an eye condition, but instead an overexcited brain in the visual cortex. That's the portion of the brain that's responsible for vision, that's overstimulated and causing the visual changes that patients are noticing. Usually rest, using some artificial tears, and also reducing the amount of caffeine that you take in on a daily basis can help prevent these things from happening. Visual snow syndrome, or VSS, is usually something that occurs in younger patients in their 20s. And it's not gender specific, so it happens equally in men and women. It tends to be 24/7 when it happens, unlike migraine that can happen at any point in time. Treatments include taking frequent breaks when you're working on the computer, getting rest, drinking less caffeinated products, and even wearing tinted glasses while you're working on the computer. In severe cases, using diuretics or having your doctor prescribe a water pill can be sometimes helpful.